Hey, what's up everybody? Thank you for being here. We're finally doing the long-awaited video that we just haven't had time to get to. Harmony has a very busy schedule and she finally squeezed me in this week. So, welcome to In My Head, a page created initially for myself so I can look back and see my growth. But the more videos I put out, a lot of people started relating to them, so I shared more and more about my life experiences, and that's really all it is. It's just me sharing my life experiences, hoping that I can help somebody, or let somebody know that they're not alone. This is my safe place and I welcome you with kindness, and I hope you can enjoy watching as much as I enjoy creating these videos. This is Harmony, the one and only, the great. She takes after her mom. What's your mom's name?
Jocelyn.
That's me, for those who didn't know. So I want to start off with, Harmony sharing a little bit about herself.
I love Spider-Man. And my favorite animal is a narwhal. And
Can you tell them what a narwhal is? Because I feel like a lot of people don't. I didn't know what a narwhal was until
I explained it to you.
Yeah.
That's just sad. Anyways, a narwhal is basically a whale, but it has a really long pointed tusk, but it's actually a spiral tooth. It's not a tusk, it's a spiral tooth.
So it basically looks like a dolphin unicorn, right? Oh, also we got boba. Harmony really wanted boba. I got brown sugar milk tea, and she has
Oreo milk tea.
Oh, that's good. Okay, anything else you want to share? How old are you?
I'm 9.
In order for you guys to understand what this video is about, I'm going to share a little bit of what Harmony and I have been through. For those who don't know, Harmony has a dad. I know, right? Who knew? But she has a biological father who we will not name. We're going to keep that anonymous. I met her dad when I was 18 years old. He was my first relationship. Very fresh, very new. I was very innocent when it came to like relationships and stuff like that. Anyways, we had her. Mind you, I just want to say that I've always been very honest with Harmony, and I speak to her in a way where she can understand. With that being said, Harmony's dad struggled with addiction, and that was mainly the main root of our splitting. Harmony at the time was 3 years old when we split. Obviously, she didn't understand at the time. And this is what I choose to do as a parent. Not everybody's gonna agree with it. That's fine. It worked out for us. I feel like it helped her and I to have or establish a strong relationship, because I was always honest with her. So sorry guys, a quick pause before I begin to explain everything. I just wanted to mention the number one reason why I decided to explain this to Harmony, not only because she had all these questions, but because in back of my head, as a mom who was with somebody that had an addiction, someday Harmony would try these things and have an addiction, have that like addictive personality because of her dad. So I really wanted to make her aware. And nowadays kids are so smart. She's going to go to school, these kids are going to be talking about these things, and they're going to present it in a way where it's fun to do, or it's cool. So I really wanted to make her aware that it's not cool and that it's not fun. The outcome can't always be the same for everybody, and it just terrified me as a mom. And I still think about that a lot. Well, at least for me, like my parents didn't tell me about drugs. So when I got with him, like I really had no idea that he was addicted to heroin. So I really had no idea like what heroin was. So I just wanted to, I haven't talked to her about like what drug he was addicted to. So yeah, let's get into it. At first, I want to say maybe she was 6 years old when I first told her or tried to explain to her about her dad, because she had all these questions. And like one thing too, I never ever spoke badly to Harmony about her dad, and you can agree, right? Have you ever heard me talk bad about your dad? No.
No.
So that's something that I will never ever do. I don't want to tarnish the way she views her dad, because my point of view is completely different from her point of view. So it's not going to be the same. And I first explained it to her. I explained his addiction to her because I didn't want Harmony thinking that it was her fault or that she was never good enough. So I used candy as an example. So the way candy rots your teeth, I explained it to her that there is adult candy that rots your brain, and because she had questions, and she understood. I showed her like before and after pictures, like of people who didn't like candy and then they started liking candy, and then the before and afters of drug addicts basically. But I didn't tell her that they were drug addicts. I just told her like this is them before they started eating this candy, and this is them when they started eating this candy. So that was at 6 years old. When she got a little bit older, probably I think it was like last year, that's when like she really like, obviously she had more questions. She was just like, that didn't make sense to her. I don't really know how it happened, but I ended up telling her like, oh, your dad has like an addiction problem, and he's addicted to drugs, or he was addicted. I don't know. We've lost contact with him. Harmony hasn't seen him since she was 6 years old.
Yeah, because he used to like come to grandma's and visit me, and I remember this one time, it was either Christmas or my birthday, because when I came home there was a whole entire either like a 99 cents cart or a Target cart, because he really cared about me, and he wasted all his money on a big LOL dollhouse and a lot of LOL dolls.
Yeah, and it was like the LOL dolls like mansion type of thing. But yeah, we'll get into that right now. Now she's 9, and we've never really like gone in debt about him. I've always kind of just checked up on her. And then of course Koesi came into our lives, and he changed everything, and he really showed her the epitome of what a dad should look like and what a dad should be doing, and we thank him for that. But and I'll get into that too, but right now we're just kind of gonna give you guys, I'm gonna let Harmony take the floor, and she's just gonna, because I've never really asked her like from her point of view, and I really think that that's important to know, like how she experienced things, and how when she looks back, how does she view them. And yeah, so let's talk about it. How did you feel, or when did you realize that your dad was like no longer around?
When I realized that, when what's it called, I don't really remember, but I think I realized when he stopped like visiting grandma's house.
So when we split, it was tough, and I think more so because I wanted Harmony to have a family so bad, but I knew that he wasn't gonna be able to give me that like fully 100%, and not even like me, he wasn't gonna be able to be there for her. So then fast forward, we split. Harmony was 3. I lived with his sister at the time, and we lived there for like probably like 2 years, and then we moved to my mom's house. And we had a court order. He had his scheduled days of visitation, but he never abided by them, and he would always just show up and expect me to like let him see Harmony. And he would always come at the times when I was at work, and my mom like always allowed him inside of the house and like let him spend time with her. And so tell me a little bit about that. Tell me what you remember from when he would go over.
I remember when we would play, and I would go like to see where he is, and I'd see him like smoking, but he'd stop right when I seen him and he'd come back to play with me and Natalie.
What is your last memory of him? Because he would always just like pop up. Like he would just pop up randomly at grandma's house. Like some days I wouldn't even know. But there was a time when he got into another relationship, and it wasn't until then, because I never allowed him to be alone with her. Like he was not allowed to like leave, go to the park or whatever. Like his visits were supervised either by my mom. That's it, my mom. Mind you, he didn't come like on a regular basis. Like he would come like a week straight, and then he would disappear for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then he would pop up again a few days, then he'd disappear again. When you look back on it, how do you feel?
Well, when I look back, I felt like I was just a kid, and I didn't feel the feelings that I feel now. Because now I feel like that it just feels like weird. Like it makes my stomach twirl.
Like what would you tell a kid that's younger than you going through something like that, like having a dad and then not seeing him and then seeing him? Like what could you tell them?
I mean, I would tell them that sometimes when you get older and you realize how bad that really is, or just be tough. And when it randomly pop up, I'd be happy. But now since I'm older, I feel like that's kind of weird and stuff.
Like what's weird?
Like him popping up out of nowhere and like stuff like that. Because right now, it just kind of feels scary, but I just don't know why. And
kind of like a stranger.
Yeah, because it feels kind of like weird that grandma would let him shower and take naps there.
Yeah, that is weird, and that is not a conversation for you and I to have, but it was very frustrating during those times. When you think about your biological dad now, how do you feel?
Weird. It's just like this, it's like a bunch of emotions at once that you just can't explain. It's like unexplainable because you have all these emotions in your head in this one ball, making you feel like a lot. Like let's say weirded out, like
scared, happy, but
sad, like a lot of emotions. I just can't name them, but I just feel them.
Okay.
They just go by.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and sometimes I feel like that he's gonna know where we are and come back. But now that I'm older, I just don't want that to happen. Like, looking back to my younger self, I'd be really happy if I could see him again. But I don't really want to see him again because I feel like I'd feel weird and like would literally want it to be over in 1 minute. I do feel bad for him, but I shouldn't because he made his life like bad and stuff, and yeah, so whatever.
He made his own decisions.
Yeah, like bad decisions.
And it was not your fault. You know that, right? My sweet girl. So, how was it when Kwesi came into your life?
Well,
okay, let's talk about how they met. So, me and Kwesi started talking, and I never wanted to like introduce them right away, right? So when Kwesi came into our lives, they didn't meet until, let's see, Kwesi and I started talking like late February, and they didn't meet till
I was 5.
May, because she was about to turn 6. So in May, that's when they met. So like they were like February, March, April, May. So like 3 months roughly.
I'd say it's kind
a
of
little
like,
over like 3 months. And it was like very random because I just got done cleaning the house, and Harmony and I were gonna sit down and watch a movie, and I just like asked her, I'm like, hey, do you want to meet my friend? And she's like, yeah, sure, why not? And they had already been like FaceTiming and like talking over the phone because like we would talk every day. And that's how kind of like how I eased her into his life. And then I just texted him like, hey, like, are you down and like come watch a movie with us? And he was like super excited, super for it. And honestly, like, I kid you not, when they like met each other, it was like they've known each other all their life. Like, they were like instant besties. It was so weird. And then talk about how you felt when you met him. Do you remember that night?
Yeah, so
Stand up so they can see you, Mama. We're talking.
at first I was like, oh, I was like, oh, okay, I'm excited. But then I started getting like a little bit anxious and like really excited. So I just hid behind the couch. Thinking he wouldn't see me there.
I forgot about that.
And trying to spy on him or something like that. And then for some reason, when he walked in, he saw me right away, and he was just like this.
Would you say that you guys were like instant besties too?
Yeah.
Because you guys are both goofy. Like, they're goofballs. They like to like play around, and he's a big kid. If you guys know him, he's a fucking big kid. Sorry, my language.
He's the opposite of my biological father. He's fun. He doesn't do what he did. He's goofy. He's like...
Do you feel like he's there for you?
Yes, definitely.
She goes to him a lot of the times more than she goes to me. I hear a lot of the stuff that she's doing, or like a lot of the stuff that's happened like in school, I hear it from him, and then I go running in there. I'm just like, bro, why didn't you tell me? How do you feel about calling him dad? Like, do you remember the first time you called him dad? I remember the first time. It was like a picture, and then she put like mom. We had like a dog at the time, and she put the dog's name, and then she put like dad, and she drew us like as a family. Do you remember that?
Why'd you have to remind me of Ghana and Spidey?
I know, sorry girl. Those are the pets that we used to have. If somebody were to ask you, what does Kwesi mean to you?
The world.
He means the world to you?
Yes.
Yeah. And for me, it was very scary because of my past relationship. It was definitely very, very scary for me, but it was like, it didn't feel new. Like, it almost felt familiar when he like came into our lives, and I just like, when I saw them together, it's like I knew. And that's like the number one reason why I fell in love with him, was because the way he was with Harmony. He's such a family oriented person, so having him is just, it's been truly amazing. And I couldn't picture myself raising kids, raising daughters with anybody else. So it's funny how things like work out for you in your life. What would you tell a kid that has like a step parent, like a stepmom or a stepdad, and it's like very new? You know how you said it's very, you were like feeling anxious. What can you tell them?
You should always be nice to them and show them your true self. So like, when you like, say you're doing the opposite of what you actually do, so like they won't actually know you. But if you be the same, maybe they're gonna be just like you, and you find your match. You should be happy that you want to, that somebody wants to be in your life, and like care about you and stay with you forever.
They should give them a chance.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. Yeah, because not everybody's the same. And I feel like for moms or dads that are going through it, I think it's very important, at least from like what I did. All I'm speaking on is my experiences. And I feel like for a parent, a mom or a dad that is going through something like this, where they meet somebody and they want to introduce them to your kids, there's really never a right time. I decided to wait. Some people wait longer, some people don't even introduce them, but I just knew that Kwesi was the right person for me. And we like, literally when we first hung out, we were like inseparable. We just hung out every day since. So really get to know the person. You never know unless you try. the way that I introduced them was like he was my friend. Like I didn't tell her that I was in a relationship until later when she knew him, and I was like, how would you feel if me and him like started dating? She was obviously super excited. And then
we moved into an apartment.
Yeah, we moved in together. One thing that I can advise is don't introduce your kids to all these different women, all these different men. I personally just don't think it's healthy for them, because they can grow and get like separation anxiety, because Harmony developed separation anxiety in the beginning. So that's when she first went to therapy, was because after me and her dad split, I feel like at the time, like she obviously knew that her dad was like in and out. Like she would see her dad, then she wouldn't see him, and that caused her to have separation anxiety with me. So every time I would go to work, every time like I would just leave the house and she wouldn't come with me, it was like she would cry like nonstop. Like she would yell, like she hated it, you know. She hated me leaving her. And you know, that's when she first went into therapy. So she went to therapy when she was like 4 years old, I want to say.
Yeah, it's like a video one.
No, it's like 3 or 4. And it really helped her. She really enjoyed it. Her therapist was really great. Her doctor actually recommended it. The second time she went into therapy was for emotional intelligence. So Harmony was developing all these emotions, all these feelings, and she did not know how to process them. So then she had to go to therapy to learn how to do that. The therapy was also more for me, especially when she was little. The first time she went to therapy, a lot of what the therapist was teaching her, she was really teaching me. Like, so it was like a play therapy. So Harmony would play and do things, and obviously with those she would ask me questions, she would do stuff, and the therapist would be in my ear, literally like I had an earpiece, and she would be in my ear like teaching me how to respond to Harmony, how to deal with like certain things that Harmony was asking me, or like she would help me read Harmony like by her drawings, or like by certain things that she was saying, or by certain things that she was doing, and how she was separating the toys from like their mom, and like, you know, things like that. So that really helped me out. And not a lot of people like therapy, but I really enjoyed it. Harmony can say for herself that she really liked it. The last time she went was like 2 years ago, so that was for the emotional intelligence. So she learned how to process her emotions.
That's what I was gonna say.
Did you like therapy? Did you like therapy?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you enjoyed therapy and that it helped you?
Yeah.
You really liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an awesome place. I can recommend it. You guys can send me a DM. Okay, so we're gonna answer the questions some of you had. So how was it becoming a big sister?
Well, sometimes
Okay, first let's start from the beginning. Did you want a sister?
Yes, definitely.
She literally would ask me for a sister like for the longest time. I think since she like knew that what siblings were, she like asked me for a sister like every day almost, and she just thought like we could pick it up at the store or something. But it's like, girl, it does not work that way. So when we told her, she was so freaking happy. She cried. How do you feel now?
Happy.
Top 3 things you enjoy about being a big sister.
Top 3 things I enjoy being as a little sister.
No, being a big sister.
Oh yeah. Okay. I enjoy playing with her and snuggling with her. Sometimes, and my favorite part is whenever like I come home from school and my grandma would pick me up and Amani's with her. She'd just be standing there and be like, hi. I'd be like, hi, and she'd come and hug me. She's like, Sissy.
Mm-hmm.
And in the car, she was like, Harmony. And I was like, yes. She was like, Harmony.
Okay, what's the third thing?
The third thing is what's it called? Like pretending like she was a royal goddess.
When did you guys do that?
Once you were in the shower, she was reading some tea and she was like, Sissy.
Oh yeah, she's like into the like teacups and stuff right now, so she's like always having tea parties.
And I was like, yes, Your Highness. She was like, tea. And she was like, sometimes she'd be like, cup.
Okay, so now for the real question. Do you want a brother?
Yes, definitely.
Do you want another sister?
No.
So we're manifesting a brother. We're manifesting a son here, you know. I'm not pregnant or anything, but you know, just for the near future. Anyways, so okay, another person said, why is your daughter in therapy? So I explained that a little bit, but Harmony was in therapy again, 1 for separation anxiety, 2 for emotional intelligence. You've only been there twice. I feel like it's been 3 times.
Same.
Maybe it was 3 times, but I don't remember. Okay, so the next question was, do you miss me? LOL. Yes, I miss you, Anna. Okay, what would she say is the best and worst part about being a big sister?
The worst part is having to literally be with her while she is crying, while my dad is busy and my mom is busy. Literally, I just be sitting there with the pillow on my head, like, ugh, because she
so you
cries.
have to distract her and calm her down.
Well, she was watching the TV, but she didn't want to, and I didn't know what to do. So I just sat there, literally like, and she screams loud.
Yeah, she does. What's the best part?
The best part is having a little sister.
Just having one?
Yeah.
Having her do what you want her to do?
Yeah. For some reason, when I was little, I thought my little sister was gonna treat me like a goddess. I thought she was gonna be my minion.
Just wait till she gets older, but don't treat her like that. Okay, the love story. Mine and yours? She's the love of my life. I think they mean mine and Kwesi's. The love story! When it really freaking happened, I forgot this part. Okay, so me and Kwesi were neighbors for like 8 years and we did not even know it.
I know.
I had like no idea his whole family like lived literally a house over. So it was my mom's house, a house, and then his house. Like that's how close we were. And I had no idea until like
You saw him throwing out the trash.
No. So me and Kwesi first met. I was hanging out with my best friend Alexis, and we went out to Bombay's, and we were just chilling in her car in the parking lot. And then her like stepbrother was with Kwesi, and like they approached the car obviously because they wanted to say hi to Alexis, and that's when I first met him, and we got each other's Snapchat, but we never like swiped up. Like I didn't even look at his stories. He didn't look at mine for 2 whole years. And then like I posted something on my window, and then he swiped up and he's like, no way, we're fucking neighbors. And then we left it at that, right? That was it. I was just like, oh my god, that's crazy. And that was it. And we kind of would swipe up on each other's story after that. And then we hung out one night. He took me to LA, and we ate like at the food trucks over there. And then literally like I was so awkward. Like I'm an awkward person and I get like very nervous, so I was just like very quiet at first, but like I don't know, he was into me, because then after that like we hung out like every single day. Before that I would post on my Facebook and I put like, oh, like debating whether to get ready or not to take out the trash. And then the other one was like, oh my god, or because I said something like, because there's like a 70% chance that I might see my neighbor or whatever. And then like the other post was like, oh my god guys, I'm hanging out with my neighbor. Little did I know that his best friend followed me on Facebook. This was on Facebook. Like I posted this shit on Facebook because like who's on Facebook? His best friend apparently, because I was hanging out with him and he's like, this you? And then he showed me a screenshot that his friend sent him of my Facebook post, and I was so freaking embarrassed. And I was just like, I mean, at that point I was like just laughing, and I was just like, yeah, that's me. That was me. So we got to like know each other like on a daily basis. Like there was nothing else to do, but like we would always do car rides. That was like our thing. Like we would go through the 33 and just like listen to music and chill. Like it was pretty cool. And then yeah, we've been together ever since. Oh, the other question. Next question. Who's both of y'all's fashion inspo? Who's your fashion inspo?
Spider-Man.
You get your inspiration for fashion from Spider-Man?
Yes.
Like his tights, his mask?
Amazing.
She said amazing. Honestly, I don't really have like an actual like inspo. I'm very like tomboy girly girl-ish. So a lot of the times I like dressing like a boy. I'll dress like a boy a lot of the times. Sometimes like I get more like feminine, but I don't really have like a specific, like I go on Pinterest for like my inspiration as like for outfits, like if I'm going to a concert or if I'm like special events. But for the majority, like I don't have a specific person who is my inspiration. But does that mean like you think we're like fashionistas? Because that's pretty cool. Also look at my shoes, because I feel like a lot of
Mom, my shoes are way better than yours.
they're slippers.
No, they're not.
Daddy
They're
calls them
shoes.
Mickey Mouse shoes.
He has some. They're
But
actually
so
yellow.
those are all our questions. I hope this video like made sense, because I feel like a lot of the times when I talk, like words just come out of my mouth, but I don't know if they're making sense. But yeah, let me know if you want Harmony and I to make more videos, or what you want us to like do, or like, yeah.
Some people disrespect Spider-Man.
Who?
Some people in my school say that. This one person, Mario, I literally
His
wish...
name's Mario, that's all you have to say.
No. This guy, his name is Mario. He's annoying, but I call him that because he said that Spider-Man's only for boys. I literally want to sue him. You can't stop me, Mom. I'm going to sue him. Because
I'll be
that's
your
not
lawyer.
right.
I'll be your lawyer.
It's not right. Okay.
Do you have any questions for me, young lady?
Have you like ever been like depressed, like when my biological father left, when you left him?
So I feel like we can talk about it. So when I was with my baby daddy, we were together. I was 18 and I left him
Why'd you say that?
because he's my baby father. He's the father of you, or you know, whatever.
Oh, that sounded weird.
Okay, whatever. When I met him, the unnameable, I met him when I was 18 and we were together for almost 4 years. So 18, I had literally just turned 18 too. He was 21 at the time. So 18, 19, 20, 21. So I left him when I was like 21 years old. So obviously in the beginning our relationship was great. It was nice, whatever. And then towards the last year, that's when like his addiction just became like it started to progress, and he was doing it a lot more. He was doing other things, and it was just, I just knew. So I like mentally checked out from our relationship like the last year that we were together. Like I like already knew that I wanted to leave him, but I just didn't have the strength to leave him because I was thinking so much of like our, you know, we're not gonna have a family, or like what is Harmony gonna think. I really didn't want you to like not like me because of that decision. Like I didn't want you to like hate me in the future because you were just so little and you just didn't understand. Like I couldn't talk to you about it, you know, and I just didn't want to take that away from you. But even when we were together, like he was never really there. Like he was never really like a present father, because again, like he was addicted to drugs and he just mentally wasn't there. When I decided to leave him, it was more of like a relief. Like it was more like the chains were taking off me, you know, like I didn't have any strings tied to him besides her, and it felt like freedom almost. So I was not depressed. Like I feel like I was depressed in the way where I lost myself and I didn't know who I was. So that was like more exciting because I was creating a whole new Jocelyn. Like I could be whatever I wanted to be without anybody holding me back. So it was more like happiness and more like resilient, more than it ever was depression, you know. But I have been depressed before. I hope that any of you going through anything like this, or any of you like even thinking of bringing or putting your kids in therapy, you never know unless you try. So, and honestly, communication is really big, at least for me. when it comes to Harmony, like, I always tell her, like, please tell me about your day, whether it was boring, whether you did nothing. Like, I want to know everything. And yes, communication is big in our family. We try to have like monthly family meetings where we kind of just catch up, and because my work schedule right now is like super busy, and a lot of the times like I literally leave before they wake up, and I come back some days like when they're already asleep, or like when they're going to sleep, or like I can only spend like 1 or 2 hours with them before they have to go to sleep. So it's really important for us to have those like monthly meetings or whatever to really just play catch up. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see. Please comment below or message us with any other questions that you may have that we may have missed, or you know, some details that we may have not talked about. But that's the cheese man.
Okay, so if you're thinking what we're gonna do after this, Mommy's just gonna take off her makeup and I'm just gonna be playing Goat Simulator. So that's really much it.
Ghost?
Goat, Mom. Goat.
Goat stimulator. Tom Holland is watching this video. What do you want to say to him?
If you're watching this, you slay and you're really cool. You're amazing.
Say hi to
too.
Zendaya for us.
Yeah.
You're all sad because he's like literally a
Mom!
old grown man
I don't
compared to you.
Everybody likes Spider-Man.
Not everybody. I know somebody who doesn't.
Who? I'm gonna destroy that person. Who is it?
It's somebody watching this video right now, actually. Sorry to scare you guys. I'm back again. I know, I look crazy right now. Like, my eyebrows, I just got them stained, and then I have my little patches on. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. I didn't give a proper goodbye because Harmony got very offended. Sticking through another video and watching it. Please let me know any feedback. I really like when you guys reach out to me and share you guys' stories or share you guys' experience, or even just ask questions. Like, I really enjoy having those conversations with you guys, and my DMs are always open. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up or don't. I don't know. I really appreciate you guys just even watching, whoever watched. But Harmony's already asleep, so she can't say bye. But I hope this was able to help you guys in any way. If you guys want me to go more in depth on what it was like being with a drug addict, I feel like that point of view is never really talked about. I did explain it once a few years ago, but I have since then deleted that video just because I feel like I didn't explain it right. Like, I feel like it was all over the place. So if you guys have any questions, or if you guys like me to share more about that, please let me know. You know, like Harmony said, stay true to yourself, be kind always to yourself and to others, and have a good one. Bye.